Hey guys, what's up? This is Doctorian, and today we're going to take another look at some artifact talents, and today we are going to take a look at the Rogue. Now, before I start, this is not a guide on how to spec your artifact weapon. What I'm doing here is trying to have a fun way to look at the talents that are currently available. So what I'm doing is I'm starting off with a class like right now the Rogue. I'm starting off with a golden border talent. We need to start off with that because that's a mandatory talent. Otherwise you can't progress your weapon. And then I'm going to take a look at the 3 elite talents we have, and I'm picking out the elite talents. Those are those golden border talents. I'm picking out the one who I like the most, and I'm choosing them pure out of coolness. What sounds most awesome? What sounds the most cool? It doesn't sound like it have a really cool animation. That's the one I'm going to pick as my number 1. And then I'll set the quickest route to my number 1 elite talent. Then I'm going to move as quickly over to my number 2 elite talent. And then I'm going to move over to my last elite talent, the third one. And that's kind of how I'm doing this. I leave... the guides will be up. Legion is not out yet. And when Legion is out, I leave it up to the mathematician and the professional players to tell you how to spec. So this is not a guide, this is just a fun way to take a look at the talents. Last thing I want to mention is that everything you're seeing right now is subject to change. When I did the Unholy Death Knight, there was a minor talent that gave you a chance to summon extra armies of the dead. They removed that talent. So keep in mind, everything is still being worked on. And everything is subject to change. So if you watch any of my other artifact videos, there might have some stuff might change. And when you're watching this, maybe it's changed already, maybe it's going to change. Just keep in mind this is a very, very early look, and everything is subject to change. So let's start with the Assassin Rogue. We have all 3 specs. So we're gonna start off with Assassin, then Outlaw, and then Subtlety. So what is our artifact equip effect? This is an effect we get when we equip our artifact weapon. So let's read what it says. When you mutilate a target, the shadowy essence of Gul'dan has a chance to lash out of your daggers and lash on to your target, dealing X amount of damage and healing you for that amount every 2 seconds for 10 seconds. So this sounds very cool, by the way. So when you use Mutilate, what is like, first thing, I did not play Rogue since Mist of Pandaria, and have barely played it in Mist of Pandaria. I used my level 90 boost on my Rogue, just so you guys know. So I really don't know anything about Rogues. So I believe Mutilate is a 5 combo spender, if I'm right. So you have the Essence of Gul'dan has a chance to lash out of your daggers. So we're gonna see a animation, we're gonna see something lashing out of our daggers, lash onto our target, and then dealing X amount of damage. And the amount of damage it does, it will heal you for that amount of damage you do. It will heal you over that amount every 2 seconds for 10 seconds. That's very cool. I do like that. Essence of Gul'dan. What's going to happen here? Gul'dan is warlock stuff. So are we going to see some kind of a warlocks can have green fire spells, so maybe a green animation, or maybe our daggers get infused with some purple dark magic, and you see your daggers become bigger and see that energy beam coming out of some kind of magic out of your daggers. Maybe you know what would be very cool? If you see 2 shadow copies, like 2 dark purple copies of your dagger thrusting into your target and then dealing damage and healing you. That would be very cool. And the most cool, of course, would be that you summon an image of Gul'dan next to you, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But this sounds like something that could be a really nice animation, so let's hope for that. So then we have our first talent, this Grasp of Gul'dan. So that's exactly the same as our equip effect. Now keep in mind, this can change, because we have seen on the Priest and the Paladin video that the equip effect is not the same as your mandatory talent. So keep in mind, one of the 2 could change, or maybe not, we don't know yet. So Grasp of Gul'dan, we just read about that. So it seems like the talent and the equip effect are the same, but that could change. So let's go for an elite talent. We have backup tricks. When you envenom a target, you have a chance to smash a giant vial of poison at the target's location, creating a pool of acidic death that deals 10% damage to all enemies within it. So that's an AoE ability. Even on single target it will work, of course. I hope it's a giant vial of poison. That sounds pretty cool if they make it like a big animation, like you take this really big vial, just not like a small little thing in your hand. No, I want you to pick up some giant vial above your head, raise it above your head and smash it down, and all the poison splatters all over the ground. That would be so cool. Yeah, I do like that, by the way. I do like that a lot. Let's go over to the other talent, From the Shadows. Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds good already. When you declare your vendetta target, an image of Garona Half-Orcan will manifest itself and barrage the target with poisoned daggers. Oh man, Rogues, you guys are getting some love. That's well good, seriously. An image of Garona, so you're like, I want him dead. I want him dead. I want him dead right now. And then Garona appears, beating the crap out of that person. Oh, that's well good. I love it. That's so good. Yeah, nice. I love it. GG Bliss. You get 2 thumbs up for me for that. And then we have Blood of the Assassinated. Rupture has a chance to infect your target with the blood of enemies slain by your daggers until cancelled. While the target has infected blood, 10% of all damage you deal to it will be stored up and unleashed when the blood corruption ends. Okay, it sounds like the least cool one. I have to say that. It sounds like the most boring one. I'm sure it's pretty strong. What I would like to see is that when you use Blood of the Assassination, that you will get some kind of a blood animation that you see that you see blood dripping from your target, or it stands in a pool of blood. That would be really cool, something like that. Or your your daggers, I'm sorry for my English, your daggers will be dripping in blood, something cool like that. For me personally, the From the Shadows is by far the most cool one. So I want to set out a route. I know that's my favorite. And I could go to the left, go to the middle one, and then work my way up. That is a chance. Well, that's gonna be my method. Let's choose between right and left. Let's take it from there. So we have toxic blades. Before I move over, because I said this is how I'm going to do things, it sounds to me that the best way to do it is go all the way through the left, pick up Bag of Tricks, and then move from Bag of Tricks, move to From the Shadows. That sounds like the most viable option, but just from the fun of this video, I'm going to pick the most direct way to From the Shadows. Because I'm saying this, that's how I'm working this, how I'm doing this video. So once again, this is not a guide. Let's just go there. So we're gonna start with the middle this time. So we have Toxic Blades and Venom damage increased by 3 and it stacks up 3 times. Okay. Or we have Poison Knives. Fan of Knives causes any targets hit with your deadly poison to take 10% of the remaining deadly poison damage instantly. Okay, that sounds more like a Fan of Knives. Fan of Knives is a AoE ability, if I'm correct. So for single target, I would go for Toxic Blade. So I'm gonna stack that up 3 times to get 10% more damage from Envenom. Then we're going for Master Alchemist. Crimson Vial restores an additional 5% of your maximum health over 1 second. So okay, that's some survivability, some self-healing right there. So we have 50% of our maximum health over 1 second. That would be really fast. 50% over 1 second. I think that's not completely done yet. So yeah, it kind of would make sense to say, hey, I'm gonna pick Surge of Toxin and then get an elite talent and then work to From the Shadows. But just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna say screw that, going with the move over here just for fun. We have Urge to Kill. Oh, that sounds cool. Activating Vendetta will refills all your energy. Oh, that's cool. So when we're using From the Shadows, because then we'll declare our Vendetta, we also get all our energy back. So we can have Corona beating the shit out of your target, plus you have all your energy back, so you can pop your cooldowns and go balls to the walls with this. So that's a nice link up. Yeah, give me that, please do. And now we're gonna move over to, oh, I hope I'm gonna pronounce this right, probably not. Serrated Edge. Mutilate damage increased by 3%. I'm sure that's a good thing, and if it's not, you guys can correct me. So 10% more damage with Mutilate. Cool, okay, we got that. Let's move on. Shadow Swiftness. Ooh, sounds nice. Yeah. When you use Shadow Step, the cooldown of Sprint is reset. Okay, that's nice. That's some movement speed increase. That's some some movability across the battlefield. That's always good. Always good. This brings up a joke, but it's so bad. I know a really bad joke about it, and I don't want to say it, but I read this on a forum once, and it said, "Your mama's so fat, when a rogue shadow stabs her, he will get a loading screen." I know it's such a bad joke, but it just reminded me. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. It's my bad, it's a very bad joke. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. So now we unlock From the Shadows. When you declare your Vendetta target, an image of Garona half-orc will manifest itself and barrage the target with poison daggers. So cool. Hype. Seriously, From the Shadows hype. That's so good. I'm so happy with that. Seriously. I can't wait to see rogues playing Assassination, that Garona appearing, and then I know that rogue is going to beat the shit out of that target. That's so cool. Okay, let's move over to Shadow Walker, because I want to unleash Bag of Tricks next. So, Shadow Walker reduces the cooldown of Shadow Step by 2 seconds. Okay, I think that's pretty good for a rogue. Like I said, I don't know anything, but 6 seconds off a cooldown, that's good. And I believe it's Shadow Step, you can Shadow Step through the shadows behind the target, if I'm right. So, that's pretty good. I think that's a DPS upgrade. Well, DPS or a movement upgrade. I don't know if... I believe when you use Shadow Step, rogues could do an extra attack. I'm not sure. I should shut up now. So we unleash Bag of Tricks. When you envenom a target, you have a chance to smash a giant vial of poison at the target's location, creating a pool of acid death that deals 10% damage to all enemies within it. That's very nice. I mean, it's AoE, but also for single target, because you're single target, your boss will stand in that pool of acid death. So that's very, very cool. So yeah, sounds good. So now I want to unlock my final talent, of course, my final elite talent, and then we'll take a look at the talents we have left. So, we're going over here, Master Assassin. Oh, that sounds nice as well. Reduces the cooldown of Vendetta by 10 seconds. Yes, okay. So, we have Urge to Kill, so Vendetta refills all our energy. When we use Vendetta, we get Garona half-orc, and now we're reducing the cooldown of Vendetta by 30 seconds. Wow. That makes up for some really nice gameplay. And you can use it more now, so GG. That's... seriously, Assassination Rogues, you got some love here, guys. Seriously. Blood of the Assassinated, our final elite talent. Rupture has a chance to infect your target with the blood of enemies slain by your daggers until cancelled. While the target has infected blood, 10% of all damage you deal to it will be stored up and unleashed when the Blood of Corruption ends. That's, yeah, that could be a really big DPS upgrade. So yeah, pretty cool. I hope they will bring in a nice animation for this, so people can actually notice you choose you have chosen Blood of the Assassinated. That would be really nice. So now we have a lot of talents left. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 left. So let's go over them. Yeah, 5 left. So we have Embrace the Shadows. Damage taken reduced by 3%, so that's the survivability cooldown. Okay, well, let's keep on looking. What else do we got? We have Gushing Wounds. Rupture damage increased by 3%. Okay, that's a straight up DPS increase. Nice. We have Poison Knives. Fan of Knives causes any target hit with your deadly poison to take 10% of the remaining deadly poison damage instantly. That's a DPS upgrade as well. We have Balance Blade. Mutilate energy cost reduced by 3. Oh, that's very nice as well. And we have Surge of Toxins. Offensive finishing moves increase poison damage you deal to the target by 10% for 5 seconds. So, we have increased poison damage. That's very nice as well. So, what are we going to pick next? Rupture. I think Fan of Knives, that's AoE, so I'm gonna skip over that. I would say, I don't know which one is better, so I'm going to going for Gushing Wounds, because that increases our rupture damage increased by 10%. That's kind of big. Then we have Surge of Toxins. Offensive finishing moves increases the poison damage you deal to the target by 10% for 5 seconds. That's a nice DPS upgrade as well. Then we have Balanced Blade. Multi-blade energy cost reduced by 3, stacks up 3 times. So that's gonna be a 10% of a energy cost reduced by 10. That's a lot. And then I kinda would pick... On a single target fight, I would go for damage taken reduced, but Rogue's got a lot of survivability, like Cloak of Shadows and all that kind of stuff. So DPS wise for AoE and Cleave, I would go for Poison Knives. So now our Fan of Knives causes any targets hit with your deadly poison to take 30% of the remaining deadly poison damage instantly. Nice. And now we're gonna reduce our damage by 10%. There we go, Embrace the Shadows. So yeah guys, those are the talents for the Assassination Rogue. And I have to say, the artifact equip effect sounds cool. The I love From the Shadows with an image of Garona, so cool. I love the Bag of Tricks. That sounds nice as well. Blood of the Assassinated sounds like a good DPS increase. I like a lot of talents in here, very very special. Let's have a quick look at the relics. If they're... No, I will make my screen a little bit bigger for you. Every time I'm trying to do it so precise for you guys. There we go. But as you guys can see, the relics are not up yet. So we have to wait and see. Maybe next time. We'll go over the uncommons as well. As you can see, not up yet. They don't show what they're buffing, so I can't use them yet. Too bad. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I did. Assassination Rogue, thumbs up for me. Looks very cool. Let's move over to Outlaw. Outlaw sounds pretty badass to me. It's the pirate thing, right? We get the Dread Blades, so those are your artifact weapons. Let's have a look at the equip effects. Equip, chance on using a finishing move to cause Dread Blades fade, increasing the damage Pistol Shot and Saber Slash does to the target by 100% for 12 seconds. So that's for one weapon. And the other is chance on using a finishing move to cause Dread Blade's Fortune, causing your next 3 finishing moves to consume no energy. Wow, oh that's big. So 3 finishing moves cost no energy. Ooh, that's a nice DPS upgrade. And so we have a chance that our Pistol Shot and Saber Slash do 100% additional damage. Okay, I don't see... I mean... The Dread Blade's Fortune, I hope they will make some kind of a nice proc, so a glow around your character or some kind of something that you can tell this buff went off. Maybe your rogue can get bigger. Maybe you will have shadows, because I always see a rogue with shadows and cloaks. So a shadowy cloud around your rogue, so you know that procs. And for the gun, what I would like to see here is a shooting animation. I watched previous video about the Outlaw Rogue. I was not a fan of the pistol shot sound. So what I would like to see here, when this artifact equip effect goes off, is that you will actually, because your pistol shot does more damage, that it makes the sound of like a cannon, something. So you know it's proc. It's not like the normal normal pistol sound, but like. And when this procs that your Saber Slash, that maybe you get a big your Saber Slash animation will become bigger, or maybe your dagger can turn into a huge sword. And your Pistol Shot, that you will hear the sound of a cannon going off instead of a pistol, so you know this went off. So those are some. I hope they do something cool with that, and I hope my dog will shut up. I don't know if you guys heard it, but she started barking, which annoys the crap out of me. So now, oh, holy crap, that's big. Let's start with our main talent. Jeez, that's very big, so never had it this big. Let's try to put it over here. So we have, whoa, holy, what is this? I have to read this. Wow, I did not expect this. So this is our main, this is our golden border, our main talent, which we have to pick. Normal, invoke the curse of the Dreadblades, causing each Saber Slash to fill your combo points. Okay, however, the Dreadblades will consume 10% of your remaining health when using a finishing move for the next 12 seconds. So you instantly fill up your combo points, but you take some damage for that. And we also can throw in time stones in here. Time Stone of Golganath activated. Invoke the curse of the Dread Blades, causing each saber slash. Yeah. Okay, so it all says the same, but I guess on each Tide Stone we have Tide Stone of Golganath, Hammer of Khazgoroth, Tears of Elune, and Agramar Aegis. I'm guessing we will get a different thing on what you have activated here. I'm guessing. Because it all has the exact same thing saying, yeah, okay, you will instantly fill your combo points, but you take 10%. It will drain 10% of your remaining health for the next 12 seconds. But I guess these should be different. But we don't know. It's not finished yet. Okay, so it's hard to say. It's also hard to talk about visual animation for this. Let's just pick this. Now I want to pick my number 1, 2, and 3 elite talent. So I'm seeing a gun here. Guns are good. Blunderbuss. When you perform a second strike with Saber Slash, your next pistol shot may be replaced with a blunderbuss that shoots a ball of shrapnel at the target, dealing greatly increased damage. Wow, that's cool. Okay, first thing I want to see here is that when you pick this talent, yeah, I want to see that blunderbuss. I want to see you at that moment when this procs, when you use this, yeah, because it sounds like a proc. Second one, yeah, may replace with a blunderbuss. So this is like a proc that I want to see this rogue, like it procs, and then this rogue grabs on 2 big guns, 2 big rivals. This blunderbuss is like a shotgun kind of thing. It pops it out, 2 in each hand, 1 blunderbuss, fire it, and then go back to his swords. That would be very cool, and with a big cannon kind of sound. And I want to see that ball of shrapnel. I want to see that flying through the air, hitting the target with big hits and crits. That would be so cool. That would be a badass animation. Okay, so this is definitely a choice. But let's go over the other ones. We have Blur Time. While Adrenaline Rush is active, all your abilities recharge 200% faster. Oh, that could be really... I think that's a big DPS cooldown. I don't know much about rogues, like I said. So, but it sounds like it could be really cool. Really cool. I don't think it's not as cool as a blunderbuss, but it could be a really good DPS increase, I believe. I'm sorry for my English. I'm so sorry, guys. We have also got Greed. Okay, when you use a run through on a target, the greed of the Dread Blades will sometimes cause you to perform an additional attack to all enemies within 5 yards around you, causing 2000 damage plus 150 weapon damage, and heals you for 5% of your maximum health per target hit. So it gives us an extra attack to all enemies within 5 yards. So that's very nice for cleave and AoE. Even though that 5 yards is not a lot. So if you want to use this in a boss fight like Twin Ogron, tell your tanks to stack up. Like if we get something like the Twin Ogron, tell your tanks to really stack them up close. Okay, let them know. Otherwise, 5 yards, that's not a lot of space. So it only is gonna work on targets that are very, very close. For me personally, Blunderbuss sounds the most cool talent. So let's move over that. We're going to the left. Cursed Edges. Saber Slash damage increased by 3%. Well, by the sound of everything, we're gonna use Saber Slash a lot, so that sounds like a good DPS upgrade. Let's move on. We have Fortune Strikes. Combat potency generates 1 additional energy. Okay, that's stacks out 3 times, so we get more energy. So 3 additional energy in total. So now we can make a choice. We can go over here. Blade Dancer. Reduces the energy regeneration penalty of Blade Fury by 3%. Stacks out 3 times, so that would be 10%. But here, this is shorter, so we're going over here. We have Gunslinger. Pistol Shot has a 3% increased critical strike chance. Stacks up 3 times, so that's probably 10%. Yeah, there we go. 10% increased critical strike chance for a pistol shot. And then we unlock our Blunderbuss. Give me that. That's really cool. I do like that. So now we have Blurred Time. Or we have Greed. I think, yeah, for single target blur time would be the best. So now I can make two choices. So we already know about Blade Dancer. Let's read what this is. Ghostly Shell. When you use Cloak of Shadows, the Dread Blades will heal you for 2% of your maximum health for each effect immediately cleared, as well as the effects resisted during its duration. Okay, so we get a lot of health right there. But here we get energy regeneration. I think I'm going for energy. I'm just guessing that's the best for a rogue. And now we have Blur Time. While Adrenaline Rush is active, all of your abilities recharge 200% faster. Do you know what I would like to see here? I don't know if you guys know, watch the Flash, the series from 2014. I just started with it. I would like to see some the Flash superhero, some Flash animation that you move like insanely fast, that you actually see your rogue like it's moving so fast that your rogue becomes a blur, that the attacks, the stabbing and the slashing, that those are going way faster, and that you're seeing them that they get a blurred animation, so you have the feeling your rogue is in a very fast spot right now. It's moving very, very quickly. Something like that would be very nice. That's just my 2 cents though. I mean, maybe you guys would like something else. Okay, so now I want to move over to Greed, and I'm gonna pick the fastest way there, so we unlock that one, and then we'll move over to the other talents we skipped out on. So I'm gonna take Ghostly Shell. I probably should go this way. Something in my gut tell me I should go here and then go there, but let's unlock it just really fast. So we have Ghostly Shell. So our Cloak of Shadow will heal you for 6% of each, from 6% of your maximum health for each effect that is immediately cleared, as well as the effects that are resisting through Cloak of Shadows. So that's a nice survivability upgrade right there. And then we have Deception. Ooh, that sounds really nice. Sprint automatically activates Feint. Okay, that's nice. So we have 2 in 1 now. Very nice. And then we move over to Greed. When you use Run Through on a target, the Greed of the Dread Blades will sometimes cause you to perform an additional attack to all enemies within 5 yards around you, causing 2000 damage and 150% of weapon damage, and heals you for 5% of health per target hit. Okay, nice. Some nice cleaving AoE right here. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a lot. 5, 6 talents that are left. So I'm just going from our main talent to the right over here. So we're gonna take Cursed Leather. Damage taken reduced by 3%. Stacks up 3 times. Okay, let's just pick that. And let's then we have Fate's Thirst. Increases damage of Run Through by 3%. I believe Run Through is a new finisher move, so you guys gonna use it quite often. So it's a 10% buff for Run Through. So that's pretty decent. DPS upgrade. Then over here we have Fortune's Bone. Oh, that sounds good. Reduces the cooldown of Adrenaline Rush by 10 seconds. Does that? Stacks up 3 times as well. Wow, we have 30% seconds. 30 seconds reduced cooldown on Adrenaline Rush, and you buff it with Blur Time. That's very nice. That's kind of big in my opinion. And then we have Hidden Blade. When you successfully ambush a target, your next Saber Slash will be guaranteed to strike a second time. Guaranteed. So when you successfully ambush your target, your next Saber Slash will be guaranteed to strike a second time. That's very nice because when you perform a second strike with Saber Slash, your next pistol shot may be replaced with Blunderbuss. So right now we do know that we have a guaranteed second Saber Slash, yeah? And so this gives us an extra chance to get a Blunderbuss. That's very nice. So there could be some nice comboing going on between Hidden Blade and Blunderbuss. Curious to see if that is going to work out the way I think it will. So now we're gonna move over to the left, because we have 2 talents left. We have Fatebringer. Reduces the energy cost of your finishing moves by 2. Okay. And we have Blade Master. Oh, that sounds nice. While Riposte is active, all parried attacks generate a combo point. Okay, that's kind of okay. Okay, let's go with Fatebringer, so you will keep more energy. Stack that up 3 times. So we have now reduced the energy cost of finishing moves by 6. That's very nice. And then we're gonna finish with Blade Master. Okay. So far. Oh, hold on. We got relics. Are the relics ready? No. Sorry, guys. No relics yet for the Rogue as well. Okay, that's too bad. We have seen them on, I believe, the Retry of the Holy Paladin, if my memory serves me well. So if you want to see some relics, you can check them out over there. What relics do is that we can upgrade our minor talent. So I could stack this Fortune Strike, for example. I could choose a relic that stacks this up to 4 out of 4 or 5 out of 5. So it would, and I can do that for every minor talent. So I can choose with a relic. You can you have 2 relics you can put in, and so you can choose to spend to use 2 of the same relic to upgrade a minor talent to 5 out of 5, or you can choose to get 2 minor talents 4 out of 4, or whatever you want to do. So you can tweak to your gameplay and to what the boss needs. So that's very nice, but they're not in yet. So my thoughts about the Outlaw and the Outlaw Rogue, very nice. I mean, blunderbuss, very cool. I hope this is going to be a really awesome animation. So that I like. It sounds like a little bit less spectacular than the assassination, but keep in mind everything is still open to change. Nevertheless, I had a fun time looking at these talents. So let's move over to subtlety. Okay, let's go to the artifact equip effect. So the equip effect is your attacks apply Withering Bite, dealing right now 26.4% of attack power, shadow damage, with a chance to trigger shadow techniques. Ooh. Bites that trigger shadow techniques deal triple damage. So you get a Withering Bite that deals damage, and you have a chance to trigger shadow techniques, and then it deals triple damage. I hope they make some kind of a cool animation for this. Withering Bite, I don't know, Withering reminds me of Winter, just because of the word, but a Withering Bite, I hope they make it some, I don't know, a nice slice or a nice animation. And on top of that animation, maybe let the animation become bigger when the shadow techniques proc. That there is a shadow animation going off, so you know it procced. So you know your shadow technique procced and you have triple damage. I'm not sure, I'm not seeing a visualization from the top of my head. I'm not sure how to, but that's just my limit of imagination. Maybe they make something very cool. So let's move over to the Golden Border talent, our main start talent. It is the same as the equip effect. Okay, so we already talked about this, so let's choose that. And now we want to have a look at the elite talents. So all the way over here on the left we have Finality. After using a finisher, your next finisher of that type is empowered by the Fangs. Okay, because we have Fangs of the Devourer. Okay, so those are our weapons, and now they will be empowered by the Fangs. What that empowerment does, we're not sure yet. So we have Explosive Shadows as well. When shadow clones expire or die, they explode, dealing X amount of fire damage to their last target. Okay, so apparently we can summon shadow clones. So sounds cool. I hope they're really nice. High resolution texture, must have, of course, but really nice shadow clone copy of yourself. Yeah, including of course your transmog, but then in the shadowy kind of state with shadow clouds surrounding the target or whatever. Something cool. And the final one we have is Army of One. When using an opener, a shadow clone appears and assists you in attacking the target. Okay, so we have some cool choices over here. I have to say, they're not as spectacular as the Outlaw or the Assassination Rogue. So when you're using an opener, or when expired. Okay, let's go for the opener first. Let's go for Army of One. We're going to use it on every boss fight, and we don't know how long it's going to be here, and it seems that Explosive Shadows is tied to Army of One. So let's go to the left, and we're going to take God Ripper. Increases the critical strike chance of Eviscerate by 5%. Okay, so that's a straight up damage increase, no props, I'm fine with that. And then we have Soul Shadows. Sounds cool by the way. Increases the duration of Shadow Blades by 5 seconds. And I don't have an alpha/beta key, so I have no, and I don't play Rogue right now, so I have no knowledge about how often you use Shadow Blades and how good this is, but another DPS increase. I'm okay with that. Then we have energetic stabbing. Your openers have a chance to refund 5 energy. Oh, that's nice. That gives some nice flow. So that stacks up 3 times. So we get 15 energy. We have a chance though, so it's kind of RNG based, but we have a chance to get 15 energy back when we open. And then when we open, we unlock our first elite talent. We have Army of 1. When using an opener, a shadow clone appears and assists you in attacking the target. I hope the shadow clone looks really cool. Of course he has to look like you, but a cool animation and a cool way that he appears, and with some cool damage ability. So you see a shadow clone of yourself popping up somehow next to you in a cool way. Maybe like a smoke bomb has popped and all that smoke is turning into a shadow clone. Not that out of that shadow cloud walks a clone, but no. Like, you throw down a smoke bomb and that smoke starts swirling around, turns into a shadow clone, and that shadow clone throws out some really cool attacks. Something like that would be very nice. So let's move along. The Quiet Knife increases the damage of backstab by 3%. Damage increase, give, I want that. 10% more damage from backstab, I'm fine with that. And now we have Explosive Shadows. When shadow clones expire or die, they explode, dealing X amount of fire damage to the last target. Okay, that's very nice, because this shadow clone is apparently not going to be up forever, or he just can't die. One of the two, I don't know. We'll see. So now, even though my gut tells me I should have gone this way and all that kind of stuff, you guys know already, we're going to our final elite talent. So I want to make a choice here. We have Catwalk, lols, Catwoman, anyone. Your fleet-footed cause you to move an additional 5% faster. You are immune to fall damage. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. I do like that. A 5% movement speed stacks up 3 times, so I think it's going to be like 15%. Let's move over here. Faster than the light. Wow, that must be fast. After sprinting for 3 seconds without taking damage, you vanish. Oh wow, that's really cool. And if you use vanish, you have a chance of an if I'm correct, and once again I apologize, I don't know anything about rogues, but you can do an extra opener, right? And that the openers you use when you're cloaked, doing extra damage. So yeah, I would choose faster with the light. I do like it a lot. So after sprinting for 3 seconds without taking damage, you vanish. That's very nice. I like that. Like, I'm sprinting away, I'm not taking damage. Imagine this is in PvP. If you could use that as well, that would be well good. If you sprint away from somebody without taking damage and then vanishing, nice. With some nice animation. What I would like to see is an animation that you sprint, and then when you use sprint and you don't take damage for 3 seconds, that you get like an animation that you're actually popping some, like you see in Star Wars when those X-Wings and all that kind of Millennium Falcon are actually popping, popping that thing that they're flying faster than light, that you will see some kind of like your animation, so that your rogue is actually running without taking damage for 3 seconds, and then you see something occur, and then you see them pop invisible, going really fast, and maybe they're moving so fast that they're gonna stand still, and then you see an animation and then you're invisible. Something cool like that. I hope they do something really nice with this. There's a big opportunity for that. So let's move on. Ghost Armor. You take, right now it's not finished yet, X amount of percentage less damage, stacks up 3 times. Okay, that's fine. And then we have Jesus, my English, Finality. After using a finisher, your next finisher of that type is empowered by the fangs. Okay, we don't know what that does yet, so we have to wait and see what is that going to do. It could be a really cool animation that something really spectacular is happening, but we have to wait and see. So yeah, we have a lot of talents not used yet, so let's go over them. So what can I choose here? We have Second Shuriken. When you enter stealth, you gain a shield equal to 25% of your attack power. Ooh, that could be very nice. That's going to be stacking with gear though. So the higher amount of gear, well, it makes sense because the higher rate you get, the more damage you take. So it all makes sense. It's going to work out. But we have our Catwalk, but we also have Fortune's Bite, increasing your chance of triggering shadow techniques by 33%. Oh, hold on, that's going to stack up 3 times. Is that a 100% chance of triggering shadow techniques? And didn't we have a a thing with shadow techniques. Didn't we have a talent with that? I don't know. I thought we had a talent with shadow techniques. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm forgetting right now. I don't know. Let's move on. Oh wait. Oh, look over here. That was our artifact equip effect, or in our starting talent right now, that you with a chance to trigger shadow techniques, and when bites trigger shadow techniques deal triple damage. So first of all, your starter talent is that you have a chance to get shadow techniques. Now you can ensure that you get shadow techniques. Increases your chance of trigger. Oh, that's very nice. I like that. That you can take that RNG away. Nice. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Precision Strike. Increases the damage dealt by your Shadow Strike by 10%. Now I have no clue what Shadow Strike does, but 30% more damage of Shadow Strike sounds very nice to me. So let's move on down here. We have Embrace of Darkness. Ooh, spooky. Protects the target with a magical shield that absorbs one shadow. One shadow damage can't be correct. Protects the target with a magical shield that absorbs X amount of shadow damage. So that's survivability. Lasts for 10 seconds. Okay, so against shadow damage, very nice. That could work on some boss fights, I guess. Then we have Demon's Kiss. Oh my god, what's going on here? Increases the damage of Nightblade by 5%. Stakes up 3 times. So now we have our Nightblade with 15% increased damage. Nice, 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 nice. So let's move on. And we have these two left. Our final talents, we have Catwalk. Your fleet-footed causes you to move an additional 5% faster. You are immune to fall damage. I'm liking this one because 50% more movement speed increase. That's big. And that's very good in raids and in dungeons to get out of shit very fast. So nice. And then we have the second shuriken. When you enter stealth, you gain a shield equal to 25% of your attack power. So that's another survivability talent as well. Very nice. Let's have a look at the relics. Are they in yet? Yeah, they're in. So, for example, let me increase my screen again. I know I'm doing this right now. I know it's a little bit iffy, but... So, for example, this buffs... Oh, you guys can still read it. Damn it. Yeah, I want to go over here. Betrayer of the Blood Totem. Oh, this one doesn't... Yeah. So, what this does, it gives one additional talent, as you can see, to Demon's Kiss. So now, instead of being 3 out of 3 and then 15% increased damage, now it does 20% damage. So with these relics, I'm not going over all of them because there are so many of them. So we can increase Demon's Kiss, we can increase Bones of Gear. It will show you. Look, it will show you. So we can increase our that Bones of Blade increases the duration of Shadow Blades by 15%. If I take that one, yeah, now it's 20 seconds. So what I can do, and I can do that twice. So I can choose different one and cater to my playstyle, yeah. So I would highly recommend. I don't want to go over all of them because we're gonna be here forever, and it's already 43 minutes. But yeah, so well, let's go over a quick look. So we have Betrayal, yeah, we have Bones. We talked about that. We have Horn of Helheim, so then we can increase our chance to refund energies going up to 20 instead of 15. You guys get a picture. It's just increasing those talents. So that's what it does. Increases your Shadow Strike by 40%, and you can do only one at a time. So what you can do is like you can make two choices which talents you want to improve. Look, they're the same but in a different order. So you can pick like, what do I need here? Do I want to upgrade Nightblade? And I just let's just say I want to upgrade Precision Strike for single target, or do I want to throw in more Cleave, or do I want to have more energy refunds? You can also do the same. So I can pick Betrayal of Blood Totem here, and then Betrayal. Let's see, is he in here? Now I can stack on 5 out of 5. So I can choose to upgrade one minor talent to get it up to 5 out of 5, or I can choose to select 2 for 4 out of 4, both of them. And so So you can cater, what do I need? Do I need to have more Shadow Blades? Do I need to have more energy? Or do I want to increase my Night Blade? Do I want to increase my Shadow Strike? You guys can pick and choose what does this boss fight need and what is catering to my playstyle. Very nice. So if you want to see all of them, I highly recommend you're gonna check out this website. You can find it on MMO Champion, or just go to beta.wowdb.com artifact calculator. You can find it right up there. And you can check all these relics, because there are so much of them and I just don't want to go over them. My thoughts on the Subtlety Rogue is that it's okay. I mean, we have Army of One and we have Explosive Shadows. But in my picking order, the Assassination Rogue is getting the most awesome elite talents. Then the Outlaw Rogue, and then as final the Subtlety. I think the Subtlety Rogue is, with the elite talents, a little bit more boring. I mean, and I'm just picking out how cool these visuals are, these animations can be. I mean, having, as an Assassin Rogue, having Garona appear next to you is, in my opinion, cooler than a Shadow Clone or a Finality. But it all has to work out in DPS wise, and how does that kind of work out. So maybe these talents are way better for a Subtlety Rogue to do more DPS. We have to wait and see. But just in terms of coolness, let's put it like that, it's Assassin first, then Outlaw, then Subtlety for me. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the Rogue Artifact talents. I'm very curious how you feel about them. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my content on my YouTube channel, please subscribe. Because I'm gonna put out way more videos. And as always, I thank you guys very much for watching. This is Dr. In, the Dust Guy from Drenthe, wishing you all a very nice day. Bye guys.